shaky the better.
You mean you don't want this?
Nope.
Alrighty, are we ready to see these cars? I want all of you guys to count down with me from 10, okay? So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Unveil the cars! Well, Mike Long, you're the CEO of Aero Electronics. Here she is. You've been with the team since 2015.
Car again, hitting Pikes Peak, going 197 miles an hour, continuing to push the envelope. You know, we get involved with him and they pick themselves up. And we can see that Rick and Sam are investing in the team. We want to invest in
Yeah, simply cannot wait. So for now, feel free to take photos, mingle with the drivers, team owners, partners, what have you. Media, you can now talk to drivers and everything you see fit. Thank you guys again so much for coming here to Lucas Oil Stadium today. Thank you.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that.
That's like the back before you were born. He says
That's great.
But it's like taking a while to kind of get back in the swing of things. So. Yeah, it's a first for me, you know, to be here. It's a lot of firsts. First year in IndyCar, my first time in Lucas Oil Stadium, first time doing a car unveil of this magnitude, right? I mean, normally in the past you would kind of just launch your car at the first test, maybe take a couple of pictures with it, and then you get on with things. But to do this big event, to have the fans here, to have everything has been incredible. So it's been a really cool first experience for me. It's been amazing. I mean, going into the off season, I knew this was going to be the right decision for me to do. And then once I got working with the guys, it was just so clear that this was the right choice. And I mean, James has been so helpful. All the engineers have been very helpful, making me comfortable, helping me climatize to the car on how everything has to be. And it's a long road, don't get me wrong, but so far I think it's going pretty smoothly. And next week I get to do my first oval test, which I've been anxious for since I signed the contract because I've never done one before. So I'm just really looking forward to just getting going and rolling into St. Pete to kind of get the first one out of the way and just get into a good routine. No, he's such a good guy. I mean, he was influential in my move here. Not just with Schmidt Peterson Motorsports, but my interest in IndyCar is primarily related to him because we've been so close for so many years. We were teammates in karting when we were kids, and then we just stayed in really close contact. When I was overseas, we would still talk once a week about everything, so I was kind of knowing how IndyCar works a bit, but he's been helping me acclimatize a lot. Just he's putting in extra hours just to help me, which I don't think any other teammate would ever do. So it's been phenomenal. The fact that like the other day we were on the sim, I was doing my first oval sim, and he stayed 2 hours afterwards and was coaching me while I was on the sim, and it was just like stuff like that I don't think any other teammate in the league would do, but he's doing it for me, and it's helping me tremendously.
I think the car looks awesome, honestly. I think it's very fitting with AutoNation's Drive Pink campaign, which is targeted to breast cancer awareness and contributing as much money as they can to that cause. Basically, that's why the car is pink. Very grateful that AutoNation and SiriusXM both have stayed on with me for the few races we did in 2017, actually expanding a program in 2018 on a multi-year agreement. So honestly, feeling very lucky right now, and I actually haven't driven the car yet, but seeing my car here with my name on it with all my partners in its livery is kind of feels like your first day, and that we're just waiting to the time where it's my shot to actually get in the car and test. So I know it's not a full season, and some people might be disappointed by that, but it's 6 races, it's 6 opportunities that I'm going to get to try and do as good a job as I can to eventually end up in a full-time drive, and I know that a lot of people would trade me out in a heartbeat, so just going to try and contribute to the team as much as I can. I know all the guys, got great faith in Michael Shank Racing, Schmidt Peterson Motorsports, and I think cumulatively we're going to have a great season.
I mean, I'm a little biased, but I think that the black and gold's been kind of, the top prize in the livery department for a couple years running now, and especially with the new kit. I mean, these cars look incredible, and luckily the livery kind of went on there really nicely, and I think it suits the car really well. The new car's super exciting for us. They've taken a bunch of downforce away, made it a lot trickier to drive. The old car was hard in a different way. This is hard in a different way. It's going to challenge us, I think, as drivers very, very differently. It's going to be a big challenge for the engineers. None of the setups are really the same now with the way everything's changed, weight distribution, aerodynamics, things like that. So there's a lot to learn, both from the engineering side, from the driver's side, but ultimately, I think it's going to make the racing great. I think we're going to be able to follow closer, there's going to be more passing, easier to make mistakes. So ultimately, I think IndyCar's done a great thing, and we're moving in the right direction. It's special in every way, to have another Canuck in the series is great. On the same team with a Canadian team owner is pretty cool. And I've known him since he was 12. We raced go-karts together, Atlantics together, A1GP together. We've kept in touch really close over the last 5-6 years over in Europe when he's been running DTM, and it was really a childhood dream of ours to get to run IndyCars together, like actually as little snot-nosed kids. This is literally what we dreamed about. So the fact that it's all actually come true is just beyond words.
Toronto race, obviously important to you, but now a little bit more special maybe?
The Toronto race, when we're both on the podium, is going to be pretty phenomenal. I'm very much looking forward to that.
Beautiful.
Yeah, my wife reminded me last week that I'd been home for quite a while, and it was time to get back on the road. We've done so much work in the off season, developing the new chassis for Honda, and all the work to update these cars, and I think everybody on the team is ready to go race them. You can only rub on them and engineer them and try and figure them out for so long. At some point, you just want to get out and race, and I think we're to that point for sure. Very high. I mean, like I said, we ran 5th, 3rd, and 5th, 12, 13, 14 with Simon. There was definitely some magic secret sauce there. He went on his way, and we've been trying to get back to that secret sauce since. I think this combination of these two drivers working together, combined with the 25% of the new staff we've got, and new engineering and new damper programs, I'm just very optimistic that our goal for next year is to have one car in the top 5 and the second one in the top 10, and win a couple races. So I think we can do that with this group.
Yeah, really exciting times, busy, but so grateful for AutoNation, SiriusXM to give this opportunity to Jack and I. I mean, that's the bottom line. Just to be able to expand it past the Indy 517 to do 6, I'm grateful for that, and try to build the program as we go forward. But I mean, we have expectations that are managed, but I think we have a real possibility to sneak in and surprise some people during the course of the year. And I think every time we roll off the trailer, every time, whether it's the first test at Sebring in a few weeks to the last race. Every time we'll get better, and that's all I really ask of my guys.